All right, y'all. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you're tuning in. I'm grateful to have you here. And we got Ian Smith in the building today. He's the owner of Atlas Gym in New Jersey. He got thrown in jail in 2020 for refusing to close that same gym. So I believe he also is or was running for Congress. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about any of this, but the clip we're about to check out is from a few weeks ago. He's taking on the New Jersey school board. So hopefully it's a doozy. Let's get it popping.
Listening to your opening statement, and I know that none of you will answer, but do you think that your curriculum and your actions reflect your opening statement? And I'm sure you'll probably nod yes, but I don't think that any of these parents behind me will agree. I'm appalled by the way that these meetings are run. You are nasty to the public who has a very, very valid reason to be upset. And it is your job to maintain your composure, to not roll your eyes, and to not certainly walk out. At the end of the day, no matter how much you may not agree with the public, you work for the public. And it is your duty to listen to them without interruption, without having your lawyer tell them to sit down, because that is your job, to serve all of these people right behind you. You mentioned Ukrainian aid, which is a noble cause. But how many of these parents behind me are interested in Ukrainian aid? And how many are interested in the over-sexualized curriculum coming next year? You guys really need to reevaluate how you're doing things, because if you think that treating parents in the way that you do is going to get you anywhere, it won't. It will continue to fill these rooms with people who are unhappy. You are failing our children, and not only are you failing our children, you are grooming our children. And we will not have that. Schools are here for two reasons. One of those is to teach academics. It is not the job of the school, of the board, to teach culture or to teach sex or to teach race relations from a loaded curriculum to children. That is the parent's place. You mentioned that you are keeping kids safe. That is your second job. Do you really believe that? There's a 12-year-old girl who doesn't feel safe in this school. Do you know her name? You ignored the problem until it grew, and it's going to continue to grow. It is unacceptable the way that you handled the matter. And as a superintendent, it is your job to step up and take responsibility for those failures. And I bet my 3 minutes is up.
That is, yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well,
Yes.
Don't stop.
I will tell you this.
Keep it going.
You do not have the right to teach our children about sex. You do not have the right to mask our children, and you do not have the right to order people to be vaccinated or to be tested and make them lose their job as a result of these.
Okay, that's your 3 minutes.
I'm very aware it was my 3 minutes, and I don't think any parent behind me will be upset if I finish.
They won't object.
Thank you.
Sir, we have rules and regulations
Yeah.
and systems that we need to
Oh, of course.
follow.
Now you do, huh?
Okay?
I
you don't
have
like
3
what
minutes
you
that was
said.
yielded to me.
No, we don't
So,
do that. They can come up to the microphone.
The devious
and speak.
sexualization of
Excuse me,
children at a
sir?
young age
Sir.
without parents' permission
Sir,
My man.
is not
I
only sick,
appreciate what
but
you
it
want
is
to say,
twisted
but at
and
the same time,
perverted.
you're not
You
respecting
will
our rules
not-
and policies.
You will not teach our kids about
You're
sex,
not
and I promise
respecting
you
our
that we will
rules
be
and
back
policies.
in greater numbers
We
every
have-
single time.
We have
until
a
you
system in
listen.
place, sir, and it's 3 minutes per
And
speaker.
I was just yielded.
We don't
So
like your
once
system.
No,
again,
that does not work.
You are
It is
out of line,
It is,
and you will
it is
be held
one conversation
accountable.
per person for 3 minutes. That is it.
out of line. You
No,
will be held
sir.
accountable.
As much as we all
Superintendent,
want to hear what you have to say,
This is
we
not the
have a
last time
system
that you heard
that
from
we
me,
need to
and it
abide
is not
by.
the last time
We
that you will
cannot
hear
have
from
people
all of these
come
people
in
behind.
and dismiss our system of operations.
My question is, who's going to be the one to stop him? Who's going to be the one to stop my bearded brother and kick him out? Bet not one of them superintendents, teachers, principals, little school robo-cops. Not going to happen.
That is not okay.
Good luck.
Sir, you are out of order. I'm so sorry, but you are.
Teaching sex
Sir,
to
your
6-year-olds
3 minutes is
to
up.
8-year-olds to 4th graders
Sir,
is out of
your
order.
3 minutes is over.
And I now
Please
yield my
have a
time.
seat. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking
My
about.
name is Eileen, and I live in New Jersey.
Hi, Eileen.
And I'm here
Where do you
just to
stand?
play off of what Mr. Smith just said. I know you have a policy of harassment, intimidation, and bullying, which, if any student acted the way you just did, they would have a HIB violation. It's just totally outrageous.
Good point.
You should hold yourself to the same standard that you expect these children to be held to. It's better if you would just listen to people. Everyone wants to hear what people have to say, except for maybe you. This curriculum that they're implementing, I read one of the lesson plans. This is a lesson plan. As I'm reading the lesson plan to my sister on the phone, here we go. Here's the board. There's a penis, there's a man, and there's a woman. These are 3rd graders. The lesson plan says, hey, Jamal, go up to the board and point to the penis. Hey, Annie, can you go over and point to the vagina? Can you point to the clitoris? This is 3rd grade level of what you want. I'm telling my sister on the phone, and my 18-year-old daughter is like, you are disgusting. What are you talking about? And I want to tell you, if that curriculum was talked about in my workplace, people would be filing sexual harassment charges on the person having that conversation. This is grooming. What you're doing is trying to get children comfortable about talking about body parts in front of adults. This is grooming.
It's gross.
This needs to stop. You do not get to take away parental rights. That's a given. Number one, no one takes away the parental right. Your job is to teach education, and that's it. And the appropriate level for a 3rd grade sex should be, hi, you guys have private body parts. If anyone touches your body part, you should tell somebody. You should never feel uncomfortable. This is the level that you should be talking about sex, so children feel safe, not so you can groom them. That is disgusting. I wouldn't even stand up to a board in whatever grade. And what is the purpose of this? Honestly, what is the purpose of
Bunch
this?
of perverts,
Yes,
man.
I'm almost on my couple minutes here, and I know you're busy looking at your phone, but I would say it is best for all of you to take note, because you are not going to have these positions much longer, because everyone here is going to step up, and they're going to run against you.
Vote 'em.
And they're going to stick up for parental rights.
Get them out of there. They got to go. Wow. First off, massive respect to all these parents who fight against this evil, this nasty, perverted, just what is going on with these school boards, man? Like, they need to be sent to prison where they belong, pushing all this pornography, all this pedophilia onto children. That's a crime. These schools should not be able to override what parents want their children to be exposed to or not. Like, that's not their place. That's not their turn. That's a mother and a father's job, whether it's a single mother, whether it's a 2-parent household, whatever it is. No teacher, no principal, no superintendent has the right to teach a child about body parts, about anything that is in that realm. It's just not appropriate. It's not conducive to a better future for that child. It's not okay. And this evil, demonic culture that we have, this pervasive culture pushing all this inappropriate, lust-filled sin on our children. That's exactly what it is. It's sin, it's evil, and it has no place in a school. No wonder people start homeschooling their kids. No wonder, because I went to public school and I didn't learn until afterwards. I found my lovely wife and I was blessed with that covenant that this stuff is not okay. All this music culture, this just sex running wild, running rampant, people acting like you could change your gender, people pushing puberty blockers on kids, and all the just out there stuff that way back in the day, I'm assuming like the 50s and anything before that, this was unheard of. But now it's like it's the norm, and we can't let that happen. We cannot let our society consider this normal. Ain't nothing normal about this. But when these people refuse to live God's way, darkness is always the result. I'm telling you, that's what's going to come out of it. Look around. No God in schools, many homes, culture. And that's why there's so much division and chaos just ensuing all over the world. And without Jesus, it's deep, dark despair. Without you knowing the truth of the Bible, the basic instructions before leaving earth, without you knowing that, it's not a good way for you. It's going to lead to hell. I'm telling you. So why not accept Christ as the Lord and Savior, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace, and let his light shine upon you? Jesus says so in Matthew 18, verse 6 and 7. Listen to this. Listen closely, especially these education systems. But whoever causes one of these little ones, referring to children, who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him to have a great millstone fastened around his neck and to be drowned in the depth of the sea. Woe to the world for temptations to sin, for it is necessary that temptations come, but woe to the one by whom the temptation comes. And then in Revelation 21, verse 8, the last book of the Bible, but as for the cowardly, the faithless, the detestable, as for murderers, the sexually immoral, sorcerers, idolaters, and all the liars, their portion will be in the lake that burns with fire and sulfur, which is the second death. If that's what you want, you're doing a brilliant job. You're doing a bang up, spot on job if that's where you want to go. If you don't want everlasting peace and salvation, eternal peace and salvation, that's where you're going. 2 Chronicles 7:14 says, if my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. So you got a chance. You got an opportunity to face Jesus, to recognize what he did on the cross and then beat death. It was resurrected, gave us the Holy Spirit. You can be saved. But if you keep pushing this on kids, I'm telling you, it's not going to end well for you. It's not going to end well at all come Judgment Day. We're all going to have to face that day. We're all going to die. We're only on this side of the grass one time. But what do you want to be the aftermath? Do you want these children to be ruined forever? Do you want one of these little kids to change their gender, to start having sex at 10, 11 years old, third grade, whatever age you are in third grade? Like, do you want that to start happening? And then come on now. Like, what do you think is going to happen when they grow up? They're going to have all these illicit sex opportunities. They're going to have children that they get no love. It's just going to keep unfolding and unfolding and unfolding. They're going to change their gender. They're not going to be happy. They're probably going to commit suicide, hormones all out of whack. Not even in third grade. They're not even to that point of experiencing those hormones yet. So you start pushing penises and vaginas and changing this and changing that and chop. What is going on, man? It's ridiculous. This can't be allowed. Shout out to Ian Smith. Shout out to everybody involved. Again, keep fighting the good fight. Keep standing up for our youth. This ain't 2020. We're not arguing over masks, no masks, things like that. This is our future. This is our youth. And this is disgusting, the things that our academia system has become. It was already out of whack when they started changing up BC and changing it to BCE. It's before Christ, not before Common Era. There's no evolution. We didn't evolve from salt water, none of that nonsense. But that's a topic for another day. But man, I'm heated. Like, I can go on this all day long. I'm passionate about this, and you should be too if you have kids. I don't even have kids, but I have nieces and nephews, and I'm going to probably have kids someday. Who knows? But this common sense is what I got, and logical thinking. This can't end well. This is never going to go over well, and it's rude, it's disgusting, it's disrespectful. Let the parents be parents. You're not the parent. You're called to teach and keep the kids safe. Y'all ain't doing a good job. Y'all are failing, and y'all need to be booted up out of there ASAP. But if you like my take on this video, don't forget to bang that thumbs up button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all future videos. I appreciate it. Share this video, get this out in front of other people, allow them to see the disgusting pervasiveness that's going on in our school system today, and let them make up their own mind. And we need more people on the front lines fighting like these people did against our education system. But outside of that, if you want to support the channel, you can always buy awesome designs like this made by my lovely wife. This says faith can move mountains, and Lord knows we need a whole lot of it, because we need to move this stuff out of in front of our little kids and get it back to what it's supposed to be focused on. And like I said, education, which they ain't learning no more. Now it's all sex and drama and race and stuff that is irrelevant. We all bleed red, problem solved, one race, human race. Sex is between a man and a woman. You can't change it. Shouldn't be man on man, shouldn't be woman on woman. Kids don't need to know about that stuff till they're older, when their parents decide it's appropriate. End of subject. Case closed. Really, it's that simple. But again, I can get off topic. Check out all my links down below in the description section. I'm praying for these people, man. I'm praying for all of them. That's what we're called to do. Season our speech with salt, but judge with right judgment. So we're judging correctly in the fact that this is sin, this is evil. You're pushing lust and temptation onto kids. That is a sin. I'm going to call it out. I'm going to point it out. And Jesus said, sell your cloak and get a sword. Y'all better get that peace. Y'all better stand up, because it's going to get real disgusting before it gets pretty. I can almost guarantee it. But I'm not calling for violence. I'm just calling for a solution. And I know God will work it all together for the people that look to him. So keep looking to him, keep praying, and pray endlessly for sin like this to stop. I'm just saying. But until next time, I love y'all. I'm praying for you. Godspeed. I'm gone.